In the marketplace, Western red cedar might be available unseasoned or green, which means that it has not gone through a drying process. So the moisture content of that could be up to 25% moisture. When considering finishing that material, the wood has to be at 20% moisture or less to be able to apply any finish to green or unseasoned material. In some markets, material may be air dried, which means someone has intentionally put the material in racks or stickered it in a well-ventilated place to allow it to dry naturally. But in the third case, of course, is the material is kiln-dried, means that the manufacturer has dry kilns that are part of the manufacturing process, and they dry the material to targeted moisture contents depending on whether the material is clear or knotty. In the drying process with knotty material, knots, because they are denser than the surrounding fiber, have a tendency to star check. And if you're going to resaw that material and you get it too dry, the knots will chip, and resulting in lower grade material. So that's the reason why knotty material is dried to between 15 and 19% when they're kiln drying it, and clear material is dried to between 12 and 15 because the clear material has limited number of knots, and the knots that it contains, if it contains knots, are much smaller. When we're talking about green versus dry, the ideal moisture content for installing Western red cedar in an exterior application, in most places in North America, you're looking for an average moisture content of 12%. Moist southwest areas where they get a lot of rain, it might be 13, 14. Drier areas might be 9 or 10. But the target, generally speaking, if you need to remember one number, it's 12% moisture is your ideal moisture content. And that means that clear material that's been kiln dried has been dried to between 12 and 15%, which means that it's almost ready to be installed. It might require a day or two of proper job site storage to get it down to that average of 12. Dry knotty material is at between 15 and 19. Most manufacturers target 17% on average. So that material at an average of 17% needs to lose 5 points of moisture before it reaches 12. So that's why job site storage, or acclimatization as we call it, is suggested or recommended for dry material so that you can get it down to as close as 12% moisture as possible before it's put up.